someone will win this week's edition of Three from the Guys. Damian Muziani, how are you, sir?
How are you guys doing today?
Doing well, Judge. It's a beautiful Friday.
Splendid.
Beautiful Friday. Who's got the lead here? I think it's Pete is up by 1, 2 to 1.
I'm up 1, yes. 2-1 so far.
You can cut the tension with a knife here, fellas. Let's get right to it.
That's what Fridays are made
PT,
for.
Going for the jugular vein right away. Kevin Hart talked to Jimmy Kimmel about heckling James Harden at a Sixers game. And, Mike, you said you were at this game.
I think so. A 51-point night from Harden. I believe I was there.
It was in January.
Yeah. It was right around my birthday. What was the date of that
January
game?
27th,
Yes, that was my birthday. Well, my birthday was the 24th. The game that we went to. Actually, the game we went to, they won. They beat...
They came back and beat Blake Griffin.
That's right. They beat the Clippers that night, but I was also at the Clipper game. I mean, the Rocket game.
So Harden got 51 for your big 4-0.
That's right.
Nice. I totally agree with Kevin Hart here. I like his approach. You know, this is the Philly way. This is what other people who don't live in the area don't understand. It's not just name calling. You have to come when you heckle a player. You got to come to the arena prepared with personal info about the player. You got to yell things about his ex-wife, places he's been to, all that stuff. But that's Kevin Hart all amped up and nonstop action. That's what you all see. Now, as you already alluded to this, PT, I saw a different Kevin Hart. I acted in a scene with Kevin in Untouchable, a scene with just him and me in it. And on the set, I mean, he looked like he was about to fall asleep. It was like somebody took his batteries out. Now, our shoot was on a 7 a.m. call time, and it was the morning after the North Carolina-Gonzaga National Championship. And he said he was tired. He was up all night after the game, so I'm just making small talk with him in between takes. And, you know, it was the last day of filming. I saw him later that night at the wrap party, and then like 24 hours later, online, I see he's on vacation in the Caribbean running around like he's fully charged up again. It's amazing, that guy. Like a Tesla car. You plug him in for a couple hours, and he runs forever. Now, just for reference, that game against James Harden was 9 weeks before this scene. So he had been in Philly shooting this movie for a long time. He was just out of gas on that day I was there. But thank you for that little walk down memory lane, PT.
You're welcome, Judge.
Mike, Cavaliers players are upset with Steph Curry, allegedly, for what they say is his disrespectful dump motion the other night. I saw the video. I watched it again. I mean, I saw it live, but I watched it again. It certainly looks like a nature call. I mean, none of the Cavs players are specifically named in this article, so we don't even know who was upset. I say the Cavs should be upset with themselves because they can't beat the Warriors at home. The entire team has taken 3 48-minute dumps in this series.
Yeah, that's
the only thing left to do now for fans is you just have to pretend it's the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Every fan should bring rolls of toilet paper and throw them on the court during introductions of Steph Curry.
Who needs catfish, right?
Not during the game. We don't want anybody to get hurt. But before the game, you make a statement. It's your last game of the year anyway. So make it count, Cavs fans, and don't forget to flush. Peter, and I use that term in conjunction with this next story. A streaker ran out onto the field in Milwaukee during the Giants-Brewers game. He had a shirt and socks on, but nothing else. I know you said he had no pants, but he had no nothing. The story, I mean, that's the story. It's not that he was out there in his Hanes doing a Michael Jordan pose. You know, he's out there, you know, with his shirt on, socks on, and nothing else. So the story said he appeared drunk, but I mean, if you're in Milwaukee, shouldn't you just leave it at that? I mean, okay, he's in Milwaukee. I mean, it's the brewery capital of the nation. I like the video. He ran out there. He almost made it to the second base area before 3 security guys all jumped on top of him. And if you thought the streaking act itself was disturbing, the still pictures of clothed men mounted on top of a naked man who's face down in the dirt is downright harrowing.
Judge, I really thought we were going to get a joke here about what the count was on the batter when all this happened.
I can't get past these pictures, PT. They look like memoirs from a conjugal roommate day in cell block 6.
I thought we were going to get 2 balls and 1 strike was the count.
All right, look. All right, I'll give you one, okay?
Right.
You have to be careful when you arrest a naked man on the ground because you could accidentally make it to second base just by helping him up.
Oh, come on.
All right? Because you asked.
Thank you, buddy.
By the way, guys, I did see a report that this whole thing was just a publicity stunt cooked up by the Brewers. It's to help promote their $1 wiener night.
Oh, that's pretty good.
A lot of condiments there. Mike, NASCAR driver Kevin Harvick is warming up for his announcing gig this weekend at the Pocono 250 by doing play-by-play with his son's Matchbox cars. I saw this video. It's 90 seconds of Harvick yelling at his kid who's running around a coffee table with his little cars. This is like one of those videos they play for a jury right before they send Harvick away to Ancora for a few years. It makes no sense whatsoever. I mean, it's cute. The kid's cute, and I get it. Maybe he can warm up a bit more by calling that challenge race that Dale Earnhart Jr. made to Shaquille O'Neal at the NBA Finals.
Yeah, what channel is this race on this weekend? I might want to check this play-by-play out.
FS1, I believe.
Yeah, from what I saw, it looks like it's going to be on Nickelodeon from the promo video. This is truly lunatics running the asylum, but definitely tune in.
Oh,
so,
God.
So Pete.
Judge.
All right. Yeah. Australian tennis player. I don't know this guy's name. I'm sorry. Benassi Kokkinakis.
Benassi Kokkinakis. Sure, that works.
Kokkinakis. Benassi Kokkinakis. This guy is getting sued by Kellogg's because he's using the name Special K without permission. Now, maybe I'm not with today's lingo, guys, because I always thought that Special K was what you paid that shady-looking guy at a rave $20 for a dose of.
He does have
either that or it's what you give your cat before it has surgery, I think.
It's a cat tranquilizer, right?
It's an animal tranquilizer. He has 4 Ks in his last name, by the way.
Well, that means he strikes out. He strikes out a lot. Is he related to Michael Franco?
Oh, come on.
Look, I don't get the analogy here of the Special K. This kid is a young and energetic tennis star, and Special K is probably the most boring and bland cereal on the planet. I mean, if you have it for breakfast, you're ready to go to sleep again right after you eat.
No, if you have it for breakfast, then you're like Steph Curry.
I don't equate that with tennis stardom. Special K is your nickname if you ride the short bus to school, as far as I'm concerned. And I apologize to everyone who rides the short bus to school. I don't mean no disrespect. MG, Christian Hackenberg was unintentionally hitting reporters at Jets practice with footballs. Yeah, right. Unintentionally? Come on. Hackenberg might not be the best quarterback to come out of Penn State, but he's no dummy. The New York City reporters have crucified Jets quarterbacks for years now, and Hackenberg will not have it. As the dude once said, this will not stand, man. Hackenberg is setting the tone. He's sending out messages to each reporter he drills with a pass. Bam! That's for what you guys did to Fitzpatrick. Bam! That's for what you did to Sanchez. Bam! That's what you did to Geno Smith. This is called OTA justice, and the judge fully approves that message. All right, guys, we're at the end of another episode of 3 from the Guys, and it's decision time, not just for the day, but for the week. And I have to say that someone has won outright. Pete Thompson has won 3 from the Guys.
Yes!
We have a winner. Congratulations, you are one of life's winners. We'll be right back.
There were some really bad Jet quarterbacks that you just went down that list on. Poor Hackenberg just fired. So he does have good accuracy. He was actually aiming for the reporters and connecting. Maybe he should be the starter.
Yeah, there's a method to his madness. Now, guys, I do have the tiebreaker question. It's not a tie, but I had it handy in case we ended up in one. Do you guys want to go answer the tiebreaker just for posterity?
Sure.
All right, so you have the PT, you have the possession arrow.
All right.
Now you can either answer the question or pass it to Mike. It's a numerical answer, and if you answer it, he guesses higher or lower. If Mike answers it, you guess higher or lower. So do you want the question or pass it to Mike?
I will pass it to Mike.
All right, Michael, here's your question. Tonight is Game 4 of the NBA Finals. If Golden State wins, they'll be the first team to ever sweep the entire postseason, but not the first team to sweep just the finals. Currently, how many teams have the finals been swept in 4 games by since 1950?
Give me 14.
14. Is the number higher or lower, PT?
I'm going to go with lower.
8 times the finals have been swept.
So not only did I lose outright, he got the question right, too.
Here's the interesting thing. Nobody has swept it twice. The Warriors did it in 1975.
Oh.
If they win tonight, they'll be the only team to be a repeat finals sweep.
I like that kind of knowledge coming from the judge.